It's all confidential and free. nyprojecthope.org.
Big stories, your neighborhood. We're streaming on CBS News New York.
Cheers across America.
Your masks are now optional.
Oh, yeah!
Overnight, the great unmasking.
But is it too soon? Look, they're still wearing masks. Then,
today is my first opportunity that I've been able to speak about this.
Johnny Depp takes the stand at his defamation trial against ex-wife Amber Heard.
I didn't deserve that.
Plus, exclusive. He's the guy who bid $500,000 for Tom Brady's last touchdown ball. Now that Brady's coming out of retirement, does he still have to pay?
How did you feel when you found out that ball's value dropped by $500,000?
Then, Save Our Ship, the fight to save a sinking World War II warship named after 5 brothers who were killed in action.
This is floating history.
And the rise and fall of Abercrombie & Fitch. They were the hot store at the mall, luring shoppers with sexy ad campaigns. Now, the new documentary, how it came crashing down.
If they didn't look a certain way, they didn't belong in our clothing.
Then, hot date at Target?
A guy from Hinge asked me on a date, and here we are.
They're not the only ones.
I had never been on a date to Target before. It was a lot of fun.
Now, Inside Edition with Deborah Norville.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us. A big change in the way we travel. But like so much during the age of COVID, the new rules about masks on flights are being met with confusion. While many are celebrating the airlines dropping mask mandates, others are nervous about ditching those masks while traveling. Jim Ray reports.
Celebration in the sky as masks come off by the thousands.
Your masks are now optional.
Oh, yeah!
Flight attendants who for 2 years enforced the mask mandate are now collecting masks in trash bags. This JetBlue flight attendant did a happy dance.
Oh my God, it's like the best thing ever. Give them in the air like you just don't care.
The historic decision came late yesterday. A federal judge in Florida, Trump appointee Catherine Kimball Mizell, ruling that the CDC exceeded their authority when the agency issued the mandate. The major airlines reacted immediately, making masks optional on all flights.
Masks will be optional this evening for all crew and passengers as well.
Airport workers were seen hauling away those mask up signs, but many passengers are taking it slow.
Part of me is glad that it won't be a big fight, but part of me would also prefer if others were masked.
Inside Edition reporter Allison Hall took a flight to Boston this morning and found that most people were still wearing masks.
About 50% of the people are wearing masks on this flight.
Some hadn't heard the news yet.
Do you know if Delta? I don't know if Delta is optional. Well, hallelujah.
The reaction was similar in Los Angeles. Here at LAX, signs requiring face masks are still posted throughout the terminals, and most people are still wearing masks.
I'm just going to wear it just to be safe, you know? I don't really care if it's illegal or legal or whatever. I'm just going to do it.
Feels great. I'm super excited. It's a long flight, so it'll be nice to not have to wear one.
New Jersey also lifted its mask mandate today on all public transportation. But here, too, there was confusion. The buses still had signs, face coverings required. On the ferry to Manhattan, most people were still masked. On the trains, there was caution.
I didn't know if it was real or not. I'm like, oh, if they tell me to put it on, no, I'll put it on.
I'm not ready to take it off. I'm 70 years old.
And even though the federal mask mandate has been lifted, many cities still have their mandates in place. Here in New York City, you still have to wear your mask on the subway and on city buses.
We asked Vanderbilt University virologist Dr. William Schaffner what he recommends.
If you're younger and you're healthier and you're otherwise out and about and going to other indoor gatherings with other people, you might want to take your mask off.
For its part, the CDC still recommends wearing masks on public transportation. Last week, we told you about a disturbing road rage incident in which a woman was run over twice. Well, it's happened again. This time, it's a man who was struck, and his family is now keeping vigil at his hospital bedside. Stephen Fabian has more.
This man is battered and bruised, lucky to be alive after a shocking road rage attack that he recorded himself. It happened outside his house in Orlando after his fiancée says she was followed there by a driver she had a heated exchange with on the way home from work. Jessica Myers spoke to me by phone. Why did this guy follow you home?
He had cut me off, and I had pulled up next to him at a light, and I had hollered out the window, like, "What's wrong with you?"
When she realized she was being followed, she called her fiancé, Matthew Guerin.
"He's following me, he's following me."
Guerin strode out of his house and started videotaping the driver, who quickly backs up. Suddenly, he hits the gas and plows right into the fiancé. We spoke to the victim's 15-year-old son, Michael.
I was right behind the car when he fell, and I was right there with him, and I made sure he was talking and breathing.
You get a glimpse of the driver, who has not yet been apprehended.
He just drove straight away. He didn't stop.
This comes on the heels of another horrific road rage incident in Elizabeth, New Jersey. A young woman was run over not once, but twice after she began videotaping a man she got into a fender bender with. You see him chase her with his SUV as she ran for her life. After hitting her once, authorities say the man deliberately backed up and hit her a second time. Now, this latest case of out-of-control road rage.
The Florida family doesn't have health insurance, but they say they're not worried about the medical bills. They just want to see that guy brought to justice. Other news today, that's actor Johnny Depp on the witness stand in his $50 million defamation suit against ex-wife Amber Heard. Depp says his career was torpedoed by an op-ed Heard wrote, which falsely suggested he'd been abusive during their 2-year marriage. Today, Depp testified that he has never struck a woman in his life.
Johnny Depp takes the stand.
Today is the first opportunity that I've been able to speak about this. I pride myself on honesty. I pride myself on truth.
He testified that the accusations that he abused Amber Heard blindsided him.
I've probably been in the industry 30 plus years, 35 years. Never had any problems, anything like that. It's very strange when one day you're Cinderella, so to speak, and then in 0.6 seconds you're Quasimodo.
And he spoke about his troubled childhood and a mother who he said tormented him.
We were all somewhat shell-shocked, you know, even if you just walked past us, you'd sort of shield yourself because you didn't know what was going to happen. An ashtray being flung at you, hit you in the head, or you'd get beat with a high-heel shoe.
Earlier, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard entered court looking upbeat. She hugged her attorney. Depp wore sunglasses, his hair slicked back in a ponytail. The day was filled with other shocking testimony. Johnny Depp's sound technician took the stand and was asked about a cross-country plane ride he took with the battling couple.
She was giving Johnny the cold shoulder, being quiet, and seemed pouty. I said something to the effect of, he cares about you, and all of a sudden she snapped and started yelling at me, "How dare you talk to me? Get away from me." She was abruptly loud. Johnny had said something to her like, "Don't talk to my friend that way."
This video was also played in court. It shows Depp, his bodyguard, and another man in an elevator heading up to Amber Heard's LA penthouse apartment. 90 minutes later, Depp leaves in an agitated state after allegedly having thrown a phone at Amber in a fit of rage, a claim he denies. During a break, the two stars were left sitting alone. Amber glanced over at Johnny, but he ignored her, keeping his gaze focused on the ceiling. On the stand, Depp was asked about his huge career as a Hollywood star, but then he dropped this tidbit.
I didn't see it.
He's never seen the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
I believe that the film did pretty well, apparently.
He was a bloody pirate, a scallywag.
Amber Heard is also expected to testify in the case. It was the first thought a lot of people had when Tom Brady unretired from football. That poor man who bid $500,000 for what had been his final touchdown ball. Well, that part of the story has a happy ending. Lisa Guerrero spoke exclusively with the man who bought the Brady ball.
Here he is. Inside Edition can reveal the guy who bought the football that was supposed to be Tom Brady's final touchdown pass.
He makes the catch.
Ron Furman paid $500,000 only to see his investment plummet after Brady announced he decided not to retire after all.
How did you feel when you found out that ball's value dropped by $500,000?
I had to look at it again. Is this possible? How could this be happening?
Ron is a wealthy Miami real estate investor.
I have a history of being a trader in the markets, so I'm used to big swings.
But nothing prepared him for a huge loss he suffered, like the Tom Brady football. 40 days after retiring, Brady made his stunning announcement that he would be returning to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But what would happen to Ron Furman's investment? Was he still on the hook for that $500,000? Lucky for Ron, the auction house, Leland's, just decided to void the sale by mutual agreement. As for next season, Ron says he's already preparing for another bidding war.
So if Tom retires next year, would you be willing to bid for that final touchdown ball?
If a wide receiver throws it into the crowd again, I'm going to be bidding on that ball. You can bet on that.
Well, the auction house says they already have other collectors interested in buying that first ball. It's been a race against time to save a decommissioned Navy ship with a direct link to history. Let's trend on the efforts to save the warship named in honor of the Fighting Sullivans.
A legendary Navy warship is in danger of sinking.
This is floating history.
The ship is the USS The Sullivans. It's named in honor of the 5 Sullivan brothers who lost their lives when the ship they were serving on together was torpedoed in World War II. The story of the Sullivan brothers was portrayed in a 1944 movie, The Fighting Sullivans.
I christened the USS The Sullivans.
It also served as the inspiration for Steven Spielberg's movie, Saving Private Ryan.
Your brothers were killed in combat. Which ones? All of them.
The USS The Sullivans is now a floating museum in Buffalo, New York. But the hull is cracked, and the ship is taking on water and listing badly.
I am putting out an SOS across the federal government. Save our Sullivans.
Teacher Kelly Sullivan is the granddaughter of the youngest Sullivan brother, 19-year-old Al. That's Al, depicted in the final scene of the movie, The Fighting Sullivans, ascending to heaven with his brothers.
My third graders were with me when I first saw the videos and the pictures, and there were a lot of tears in the classroom. Even my third graders were crying.
Do you think the ship can be saved?
I truly hope so. My goal is to have my grandkids someday visit the ship.
Still fighting, the warship that honors 5 heroic brothers who gave their lives for their country.
By the way, Kelly's grandfather was the only Sullivan brother who had a child. The others all died before they had a chance to start families. Now a priceless moment that these first graders, and more importantly, their teacher, will never forget.
A first-grade teacher gets the big surprise of her life. The mask comes down and her jaw drops because her mom, an Army sergeant, is back home after a year-long deployment in Iraq. Her students quickly figure out what's happening.
It's his mom! Hey, guys!
Samantha Norris still can't believe it.
The last thing I expected was for my mom to walk through that door. She is always one for surprises, but this one I was not expecting at all.
And people can't get enough of that speedy mask pull down.
Everyone keeps telling me how funny it was that I pulled down my face mask. I just had to make sure I was singing it correctly.
Welcome home, Sergeant Mom.
What's wrong?
Mom will be home for several months before she's deployed again next fall.
Next, the rise and fall of Abercrombie & Fitch. They were the hot store at the mall, luring shoppers with sexy ad campaigns. Now, the new documentary, how it came crashing down.
If they didn't look a certain way, they didn't belong in our clothing.
Then, hot date at Target?
A guy from Hinge asked me on a date, and here we are.
They're not the only ones.
I had never been on a date to Target before. It was a lot of fun.
Inside Edition with Deborah Norville will be right back.
Living with metastatic breast cancer means being relentless because every day matters. And having more of them is possible with Verzenio, the only one of its kind proven to help you live significantly longer when taken with fulvestrant, regardless of menopause status.
Verzenio plus fulvestrant is for HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer that has progressed after hormone therapy. Diarrhea is common, may be severe, or cause dehydration or infection. At the first sign, call your doctor, start an antidiarrheal, and drink fluids. Before taking Verzenio, tell your doctor about any fever, chills, or other signs of infection. Verzenio may cause low white blood cell counts, which may cause serious infection that can lead to death. Life-threatening lung inflammation can occur. Tell your doctor about any new or worsening trouble breathing, cough, or chest pain. Serious liver problems can happen. Symptoms include fatigue, appetite loss, stomach pain, and bleeding or bruising. Blood clots that can lead to death have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have pain or swelling in your arms or legs, shortness of breath, chest pain, and rapid breathing or heart rate, or if you are nursing, pregnant, or plan to be.
Every day matters, and I want more of them.
Ask your doctor about everyday Verzenio.
We really had our hands full with our 2-year-old.
Yeah, so naturally, we doubled down with a new puppy.
Sure, they're twice as cute together, but now we've got double the stains.
And double the odors.
Thankfully, we also have new Tide Ultra Oxy with odor eliminators. It can handle double trouble because it's the #1 stain fighter.
And the #1 odor remover.
I thought you guys were helping.
For the #1 stain fighter and odor remover, it's got to be Tide.
Call us Bushwick MD or Rockaway MD or Clifton MD. Wherever you are, there's a city MD close by. From sprains to migraines, from the city to the burbs, we'll take care of you.
City MD. Walk in when you need us.
The first ever Genesis GV70. Proud to be named Motor Trend's 2022 SUV of the Year.
Don't just watch all the NBA playoff action. Be a part of it with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. FanDuel makes it easy to bet on every matchup, every prop, even every shot. And you'll get your winnings as soon as the buzzer sounds. Make every playoff moment more with FanDuel Sportsbook. Right now, new customers get a risk-free first bet up to $1,000. Download FanDuel today.
Call us Bushwick MD or Rockaway MD or Clifton MD. Wherever you are, there's a city MD close by. From sprains to migraines, from the city to the burbs, we'll take care of you.
City MD. Walk in when you need us.
It was the hot, high-flying fashion retailer until it wasn't. Now a new documentary looks at the rise and fall of Abercrombie & Fitch.
I like girls that wear Abercrombie & Fitch.
Abercrombie & Fitch was a cultural phenomenon, selling not just clothes, but a lifestyle. To work in their stores, you had to be young and be a great-looking guy or gal. Shirtless dudes worked security at the front doors.
You have to recruit good-looking people, and this is what good-looking looks like. We literally had a book.
Dreadlocks are unacceptable for men and women. Gold chains are not acceptable for men.
Fox Business News correspondent Susan Lee.
It was one of the most popular brands. People lined up around the block to get into the stores. And really, it was just an era of sexiness and glamour that it personified.
But this billion-dollar brand was eventually brought to its knees. And the story is now told in a new Netflix documentary, White Hot. From the start, the company courted controversy. Its quarterly catalog featured models who were not wearing much of anything, let alone Abercrombie & Fitch clothes.
I think it's way over the line. I think that whole catalog should be banned.
New York, New York, 719.
Models were recruited in nationwide casting calls, and almost all were white.
How do you think you're gonna do?
Pretty good.
Stores sold T-shirts with slogans that many found offensive, even racist.
The slogan was, 2 wrongs can make it white. At that moment, I was like, it's okay to be angry about this.
In 2003, several former employees sued the company for racial discrimination and won a $40 million settlement. The controversies ruined the brand's reputation. A new generation started shopping elsewhere. It was even dubbed the most hated retail brand in America.
So that was a pretty drastic crash for Abercrombie & Fitch, from people lining up outside their stores to barely making any sales.
Today, the company is slowly turning to rebuild a more inclusive image with social media influencers. Time will tell if it regains the pinnacle it once occupied.
Still to come, why Target is now a hot spot for dates.
Closed caption sponsorship for Inside Edition is brought to you by...
Before Nexium 24-Hour, Anna could only imagine a comfortable night's sleep without frequent heartburn waking her up. Now, that dream is her reality. Nexium 24-Hour stops acid before it starts for all-day, all-night protection. Can you imagine 24 hours without heartburn?
We gotta tell people that Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance, so you only pay for what you need. And we gotta do it fast.
Woo! New personal record, Limu!
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Stay tuned. There's more Inside Edition to come.
Ask a dietitian. Follow the stars. Get inspired. Be admired. Eat clean. Shop green. For every healthy, for every moment. Stop and Shop. Feed the moment.
It's your journey. Own it in the Hyundai Santa Fe. Lease an all-wheel drive 2022 Hyundai Santa Fe for $259 a month with new inventory arriving daily. Hurry in.
Monster Jam. Don't miss a minute of the action. Tickets on sale now. Coming to MetLife Stadium this weekend. Brought to you by BKT Tires. You have to see it live, so lock in your seats today. Visit monsterjam.com for tickets and event details.
Play the new $1 million Lucky Dog Scratch-Off series from the New York Lottery for a chance to get your paws on $1 million and unleash a pack of second chance prizes.
You, my love, have a light, a spark, a shine. Share it with the world. Call me, okay? Love, Mom.
This week, Stop & Shop for great deals. Stop & Shop or Cook Spiral Sliced Half Ham are 99 cents per pound. We'll match any advertised ham price with no gimmicks guaranteed. Plus, sign up for Go Rewards to save up to $1.50 per gallon of gas. Stop & Shop. Feed the moment.
One day we'll all be gone.
Ghosts are in here.
Thank you for helping me tell my story.
The ghosts are saying this could result in me not being able to see them. You ready?
Let's do this.
Okay, so the floodgates are just open.
The Ghosts season finale, Thursday on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Millions of single people rely on dating apps, but there's another idea that might work. Target.
Cupid has a new, Target.
This is where he wanted to go. So I'm here.
The superstore chain is the hot new spot to bring a date. Amber Smith had never been asked out to a Target before, but she had a good feeling about the cute guy who she met on a dating app. Her date, Joey Rogers, says taking Amber to Target accomplished two important things.
Did you say, look, if it doesn't work out, we can do some shopping? What did you say?
Yeah, I got some grocery shopping done. I learned a lot about Amber.
Turns out shopping at Target can offer valuable insight into someone's character. For instance, Joey asked Amber to meet him in the greeting card section.
I was looking for Easter cards for my mom and sister.
Score one for Joey. As they wandered the aisles, Amber and Joey could also avoid those awkward first date silences.
We were going through the pet section. I was like, do you have any pets? Did you have pets growing up?
We were going to the board game aisle, and we brought up, what card games does your family like to play?
There are other Target love connections. Alicia Rosish says, my current boyfriend and I had our first date planned as a hike, but it rained, so we walked around Target all evening. 1.5 years later, they're still going strong.
It's always really nice to get to spend time with somebody and get to see them in a comfortable environment where there's not a lot of pressure to be, at a fancy restaurant.
Amber and Joey say for their next date, yep, there will be a second date, they're headed to a good old-fashioned bar. But Target is where it all began.
This is where he wanted to go. So I'm here.
Who knew? When we come back, it's Dad versus Bear.
Introducing Optimum Internet Plus Mobile Savings. When you already have the speed and reliability of Optimum Internet and combine it with Optimum Mobile, you'll get a total savings of up to $30 a month. Save up to $15 a month on high-speed internet at home, and up to $15 a month on mobile for when you're on the go. It's like having your cake and eating it too. Optimum Internet Plus Mobile Savings. Combine today and save. Learn more at Optimum stores or at optimum.com/savemore today.
What big teeth you have, next.
Travel consideration provided by...
Life doesn't stop for diabetes. Be ready for every moment with Glucerna. It's the #1 doctor-recommended brand that's scientifically designed to help manage your blood sugar. Live every moment. Glucerna.
Hey, look, I know you're worried about your commute, but I found a shorter route.
The difference between an agent and a realtor is real.
Traffic, too.
Neighborhood expertise beyond the listing. That's who we are.
Stay tuned. There's more Inside Edition to come.
Some hesitate when faced with a decision, but not you. Introducing the 2022 Telluride Nightfall Edition.
Fantastic things start to happen when you step aboard a Princess cruise. Doors open up for you. Your favorite drinks start finding you. And everything seems to be just how you like it. How does it all happen? It's no secret. It's our job to discover what makes you feel special. Yes, you. And you. And you too. Making sure you feel taken care of. That's what a Princess cruise is all about. Get the Princess treatment with up to 40% off cruises to Alaska.
Meditation, a sense of calm that comes from being transported to your umami place. Exhilaration, when the cheesiest guilty pleasure breakfast sandwich starts your day on just the right note. On time, lowest price, or we'll make it right. That's the Grubhub guarantee. Grubhub.
Some hesitate when faced with a decision. Introducing the 2022 Telluride Nightfall Edition.
Finally today, who needs bear spray?
Oh no! Black bear on the porch! Have no fear, Dad is here. The bear flees. No match for a dad who can dance.
And that is Inside Edition. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.
Your sports with Otis Livingston, connecting us all through the love of the game.
Tonight, from